Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We're back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we're back again with new figure pickups. This is episode 71, and it's going to be a good one. We've got some good stuff here today. Not a whole lot, not a long episode, but definitely some real good picks here, some good finds. And we're going to start right off with something that I know everybody's going to say, what is going on here? What are you doing, Matt? What is the deal? Well, guess what? The deal is this. Every time that I buy off of Ringside lately, it seems like I always want to put a little food in the fridge, and that's why it doesn't matter. I always make sure I get myself a couple of eggs. And as you guys already know, it's the Survivor Series Ultimate Edition eggs. Oh, man. All right, so here's the deal on these quick. I have two in my collection. One I opened just to see, what it was like. Check it out, whatever, right? I have one opened. I have another one that is just in the box, sealed. No, the tape is, still sealed, never been cracked, nothing. And then every time Ringside has a sale, I always see them, and they're always either, a couple of dollars. At one point, they were like $5, then they were $4, $3, $2. I'm waiting until these things hit $1. When these things hit $1, I'm going to buy a couple of dozen. I'm going to have a couple dozen eggs in the fridge, ready for some omelets. It's going to be ready to go. You already know it's going to be a little chef party at the Matty house. So, anyway, as we joke here, this is just something that I've been doing every single time I grab myself a few of these, and at some point down the road, right, when it's all said and done, when there are no more left on Ringside, when they finally get rid of them all, you can guarantee that I will have them all up on the MERCARI. It will be there. People will say, oh man, I missed out on that $1.99 egg. Where can I find one? Well, let me tell you something. You can find one at the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles MERCARI. It ain't going to be $1.99, but it will be there. So, as I joke, guys, it's just something stupid. I don't know. I keep buying them. I don't know. So it's something. Something got me addicted to them. I don't know what it is. It really could be just my love for eggs. Who knows? It's the way to start every day. You know what I mean? You got to have some eggs. Get some protein in you. All right, so up next, we're going to get to the real stuff. This is going to be the bacon. This is going to be the home fries. You know what I mean? Because the eggs are good, but you got to have something with it, right? So here we go. Let's start off with some real fire, and that is the Booker T Chase coming out of the Monday Night War Elite line, the Golga Build-A-Figure. I had to get this because, as funny as it may seem or sound when I tell this story, went to Walmart, found these on the shipper about 2 months ago. They had two of every single guy except for Booker T, and they only had one, and it was the regular version. So I bought one full complete set and one set with no Booker T, and Booker T comes with the arms. So we had a whole Golga Build-A-Figure missing the arms, and I said, you know what? That was probably almost like a sign, because I already knew it was the Chase. I already knew Booker was the Chase in the set, but I said, you know what, this must be a sign. I'm going to grab that Chase figure. I'm going to have this figure, because the last time that I had this Booker T figure, it was his WCW, I think it was either Marvel or Toy Biz. I can't even remember, but that was the last time I had the figure that you see in front of you in this, in this attire, in this, this outfit. So that was quite some time ago. Way, way, way back. So I am happy to have this back in the collection. We now have both versions of this. We also now have the Golga Build-A-Figure ready to go up on the MERCARI. That should be up there real soon. So now we have one of those going up there, which was nice. Kind of worked out all the way around. And I actually forgot. I don't know if I'm going to pull it out of this one too, but the television title might go as well as I don't even know how many of these I have now. I think I actually have a couple of them. So who knows? We'll see. Either way, Booker T, Chase, so happy to have it. So glad to add that to the collection, because that was one that I really did want, on top of the fact that it allowed me to build, that other Golga. So here we go. We're going to keep it moving here. Keep it moving. We got Seth freaking Rollins coming out of the Elite Series 117. This is his WrestleMania attire from, I believe this was WrestleMania 41, right? WrestleMania 41? WrestleMania 40, sorry. This was WrestleMania 40. So his WrestleMania 40 attire, very cool. Happy to add this to the collection, and excited to see this in what they have as far as all these attires for Seth Rollins. It's great. So very excited for this. It's very Macho Man-esque on the the print there, the style, so I do love that, and I'm actually curious as to what's going to happen with this, because I did hear that we may be getting this in an Ultimate Edition. So we're going to hold on to this, probably leave it sealed for the time being if the Ultimate Edition does get announced, depending on how that looks, how that comes out. Maybe we'll be getting rid of this one here and adding this one to the MERCARI as well, so who knows. Seth freaking Rollins. And here we go. We've got up next, it is Series 116 Flying Brian Pillman. We finally get to complete the Hollywood Blonde so many years later. But Brian Pillman here looking great. Love this figure. And I'm actually debating on whether to get that Austin sooner or later, as I think they might even re-release that, considering now that we've gotten this figure. So who knows? Maybe we get an updated Austin. Maybe I don't even know. It might have already been announced and I've missed it. But we will definitely be checking on that and keeping an eye on that. If not, you know, if we go a few more months and we don't hear anything about it, then I'll probably have to bite the bullet and hop on eBay and find myself a stunning Steve Austin to finally complete this set altogether. Up next, you know, they say the apple does not fall far from the tree, but that would be a little different here, right? Because we got Series 116, first time in the line, Lexus King. A great figure here, really nice one that they did a good job on. I think the body maybe could be just changed a little bit. The formula could be a little bit different on this one, be a little bit better, but it is a great figure nonetheless. Very excited to add this first time in the line Lexus King to the collection. Excited to put him right by his father, Mr. Brian Pillman, so very excited for that. And like I said, you know, a great figure all the way around. We'll probably unbox and review this on the channel at some point down the road. I've been trying to get to those guys. That's actually been what's really tough. You know, that's been probably the toughest part of just staying with it, the unboxing and reviews. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, I want to do this, then I get sidetracked with something else. I want to put up a different video. I got a million other things going on. I still got to do the 2,000 subscribers video. I appreciate you guys so much for that. Over 2,000 subs now on the channel. So blessed, so thankful for all of you guys. And on top of that, we're going to be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. That is going to be coming very soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that video and that information. It will be on the way. Up next, we got From the Vault. It is none other than the late, great Bray Wyatt, and a big rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. This figure, a fantastic one that we definitely, you know, as far as I'm concerned, From the Vault, it makes perfect sense. You know, like I've said, we've gotten some From the Vault figures that just don't really make sense to me, and a lot of you have all felt the same way. I mean, I know I'm not the only person. Some people just enjoy it because they're getting a figure they may have missed out on, or something that they, you know, passed on along the first go around. But when it comes down to these figures, I really do think that the key to this series is keeping them something that people want. And it's weird because, again, even with saying that, there are parts of me that I have a couple of figures in here that I had already, so I'm happy to get them back again. I have a few figures in here that I'm happy that I was able to get, even though I don't even think that they really, you know, From the Vault, do they fit? Yes and no. Like the Boogeyman from the last series, or actually that was Series 5. This is Series 4, Bray Wyatt, so I'm purchasing these in reverse here. But the Boogeyman that I did get in that Series 5, it was something where I do like the figure. I actually really wanted to add that attire, that version of the Boogeyman to my collection. But at the same time, From the Vault, I don't know if I'd really put it in that category, just because we did recently get 2 Boogeymans. I think that was like Elite Series 99 or something like that, around that time. So, you know, 2 Boogeymans that were in that Elite 99 or Elite 98, something like that. Like I said, somewhere around that series, and we had the regular and the chase. So it's kind of, you know, it wasn't too long ago that we had that figure, and I do have the chase. I fortunately was able to get that. I did miss out on the regular version, so that's what allowed the From the Vault one to kind of be like the replacement, even though they're not the same. But it's still very cool because, again, 2 separate attires, as I continue to go on here about this. But as always, guys, you know, like I said, Bray Wyatt here, From the Vault. I think this makes perfect sense. A great figure. He does come with the rocking chair in the back of the packaging there. You can put it together. I think he does also come with the lantern. I think it's somewhere in there. I'm not sure. It might be. I have to double check. I'm almost positive he does, though. I could be wrong. I think he does come with his lantern in here as well. But either way, if not, he does come with his, you know, his hat, the rocking chair, an extra set of hands. And like I said, I do think the lantern might be in there behind the picture of Bray Wyatt there. So, but a great figure. Happy to get this one. I do think it's very deserving of the From the Vault. Now, this next one is kind of where, again, I'm on a 50-50 with this. So we received this figure as a Defining Moments quite some time ago. We received this one. Then we also got it in an Ultimate Edition. And I'm sure you guys already know where I'm going with this. So then we got it in an Ultimate Edition. And now we have it in the From the Vault yet again. It is the purple Razor Ramon with the IC title. Now, for me, this one, I was happy to grab it from this set. It was definitely on the cheaper side. Ringside right now, I think, had this up for, it was either 17 or 18 for this figure, which is great. I mean, anytime you're buying an Elite for under $20, it's, you know, especially brand new in the box, that's a great price. I think that's fantastic to be able to give people that deal and still allow, you know, collectors, again, with this, to put stuff back in their collection. I had this Razor way back when he came out in the Defining Moments. Obviously, as time went on, I did get rid of a lot of my figures, almost all of them, and that being one of them. They had him as the, I believe it was the Chase. I'd have to go back and look. I know they came out with his Ultimate Edition in like the red and yellow, and then they also had his Ultimate Edition, which I believe was the Chase, was the purple. And I didn't get either of those. I would like to get the regular version, but either way, Razor Ramon here, getting it in the From the Vault, going back to the Defining Moments Elite. Very happy to add this one. And now, again, it's so weird how things go. You know, we got this in the Defining Moments. It became the Chase to the Ultimate Edition, and now we have it in the From the Vault. Then we also have the Razor that's in the Monday Night Raw Target exclusive 3-pack, which they also just kind of released again as an Ultimate Edition. And then we also have the Monday Night Wars Razor Ramon that comes with that cloth goods vest there, and that's a great figure as well. I have that one in the collection. So we do have the Monday Night Wars 3-pack. Monday Night Wars. We do have the Raw 3-pack with him there in the green. Now we got him here in the purple. We got the other Monday Night War Elite there, like I said, with that cloth vest. So now I think, as far as it goes for Razor Ramon, I need to get that Ultimate. That's the regular version. And from there, I don't know if there's any other Razors right now that I would really need. Maybe the one that comes with the Shawn Michaels, the ladder match WrestleMania exclusive there, the 2-pack that was, I don't know if that was Amazon or whichever the place was that had it, but that is another great Razor. Probably need to add that one to the collection as well at some point. But here it is, Razor Ramon from the Vault. We can go on and on about this all day, like I said, as far as what should be in the Vault series, what shouldn't be. There's many of options, but either way, it is quite the figures that we are getting here, or I should say quite the array of figures that we are getting in this series. And unfortunately, like I said, it's so debatable. It's very much, you know, everyone's got their own opinion on this, but it is kind of, just like I said, sometimes they fit that From the Vault, sometimes they don't. I'm happy to get certain ones regardless of, you know, whether I think they belong or not, this being one of them. You kind of go back to like the Shawn Michaels, the Triple H, the Hornswoggle and DX. I mean, those were great. The CM Punk that's back there, that was the SES exclusive. So many great figures. So happy to add this to the collection as well. And with this Razor Ramon, again, the late, great Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, big rest in peace to him. Big rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. So excited to add these to the collection, like I said. And very, just, you know, surreal to be able to get some of these figures that came out such a long time ago. And from the Vault, yes, you know, from that Defining Moments. But like I said, we've gotten this version now 3 times, at least that I know of. And we'll see what the next From the Vault series has to offer us. Can't wait to see what those are. I know Series 6, that's going to be a good one. Let's see what we keep getting from Ringside and From the Vault. So either way, guys, if you haven't already, get over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you've been with me for 71 episodes of New Figure Pickups, man, I appreciate each and every single one of you so much. If this is your first one, like I said, you can hit the channel, you get that subscribe button, you can leave me a comment on this video. Tell me what your favorite figure was here today. What will you pass on? What will you be going to grab, as Ringside still has this sale going, I believe, for another week or two. So definitely check that out. But for me, for myself, for Razor Ramon, all the figures that you see here on the channel, it has been another episode of New Figure Pickups. And until the next one, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.